Welcome to our journey through Mount Kenya. We began our hike on the Chogoria Route after lunch, and the cold set in quickly for morning. Now we are at road end. After a brief stop at Nithi Falls, we are now heading towards Lake Ellis. The mist is thick, limiting our visibility to just a few meters. But our guide knows the way, hopefully. The hike starts slowly as we are all tired. One step at a time, the mist grows denser. It's crucial to keep the person ahead in sight, as it's easy to get lost in this uniform grassland. Cold bites us, and my breath is quick. Everyone is quiet, lost in their thoughts. I wonder how the next 3 days will be in this weather. Will I get the gift I will try. The Chogoria Route. Long, tough, and not very popular. But they say it's the most scenic path in Mount Kenya. I was about to find out if it was true. Heading towards Lake Ellis in this misty, slow, and lonesome hike. My friend Dan is chasing ahead. I need to catch up as we tread along. Mount Kenya is a place of contrast, harsh yet breathtaking, grueling yet rewarding. How can we dress for these conditions? It's disheartening not to see our progress through the mist. As you look back, it's so misty. Looking ahead, you still can't see where you're headed. As we set out, the terrain unfolded like a landscape photograph. Scattered along the way were peculiar plants that looked like miniature Christmas trees. I couldn't help but wonder, how do these plants survive here in this relentless cold? The mist was thick, giving everything a serene aura. The Chogoria Route already had me captivated with its mystery. The landscape with its strange vegetation and tame beauty tells a story of resilience, a story we became part of today. If we could make it here, we could make it to the top, one step at a time. Through the mist and the cloud, the mountain was teaching us a lesson. The mist hung heavy around us, and the silence was broken only by the crunch of boots on gravel. I wasn't the only one feeling weary. My teammates trudged on, faces showing the same exhaustion I felt. Will we even make it up the mountain if we're already this tired? After what feels like hours, Vic calls for a short break. It's 5:30 in the evening, and we still have an hour to the Lake Ellis Campsite.
Nasema ni saa ngapi hapa? 5:26. Yeah? 5:26.
Despite the distance, we share a laugh or two and rest. 1 hour.
1 hour? No, about 45.
Thank you, James.
You have a nature when you are cleaning and everything you ask. How long everything?
So for you, everything is 45 minutes?
No. I didn't need to fix it. You get there before your estimation time.
What is the time you're supposed to be there?
No, it should be by. It's 5:26.
Mm.
And how you are resting.
At the speed, yes, at the speed tulikuwa tunatembea.
In 1 hour kutoka Lodge mpaka Ellis. Kwa hiyo speed.
Sasa tumechapa 7.5
kilometers. Na tulikuwa tunaenda 2.8.
Sasa hivi 7.4. Yes, 25.
Kutoka kule chini.
Kutoka kwa gate. Na tulifaa kuchapa 7.8.
Unajua hii sasa hii unajua tumeextend hivi itakuwa mo. Twende. Yeah. Support.
We continue at the same speed, acclimatizing to the high altitude. Ati? Kuna chai? Sawa, twendeni basi, chai iko. The talk about green tea at the end of the trail gave me a burst of energy, and I used it to push the others faster towards our destination. The cold beat into us as we weaved through the thicket, yet the thought of resting at Lake Ellis was wonderful. Descending the rocky hills requires caution, because the rocks are quite slippery and it's easy to fall. But the slope slowed us down again. Every step was deliberate, each one taken with the hope that Lake Ellis would greet us at the bottom. The descent was tricky, and no one wanted to sleep. Despite the misty cloaking in the landscape, I could feel like it was getting late. Finally, we reached a flat area and a visible trail. It seems like the same road we saw when we were starting. It was so far up the mountain, it was just a picture that we needed to take. Hii ndio barabara tulikuwa tunaona. When we finally reached the main road within the park, I felt worn out. The rugged terrain seemed like to stretch forever with no end in sight. The road seems endless, and my legs grew weary. The gap between me and our guide widened. I pushed myself to keep up. I have to get there. Just as I was about to call for a water break, the trail veered sharply down into a valley, and while the descent promised relief, it demanded focus. My legs were screaming for a break, but I kept moving, hoping that the next time would bring us to the lake. Finally, a water mass appears in the distance. We hope it's Lake Ellis. Hii ndio Lake Ellis. Hii ni mfano tu. Ama sema uko mbele ni kubwa. Eh? Oh, ndio hii. Oh. But it's only the overflow. Oh, shit. Our guide James lifts up our spirits by mentioning there is fresh fish for supper. Fish for supper with tea. Our other guide Willie mentions that this overflow will guide us back to the main lake. There it was, a glimmer of blue amidst the grey. Despite the mist still clinging into the air, the sight of Lake Ellis became clearer with each step down. The water mass was like a promise of rest, a beacon calling us forward. Part of the Lake Ellis ecosystem. The serene oasis nestled at 3,500 meters above sea level. The exhaustion seemed to lift, replaced by a quiet anticipation. We had made it to the third largest lake on Mount Kenya. And finally, as we tread along, we arrive at Lake Ellis. Indio Lake. The journey was tough, but the reward of tea and some serene campsite makes it all worth it. This was just the beginning of our Mount Kenya adventure. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe and follow us for more hiking adventures. Thank you for watching.